Problems with bearings, they need a diagram to help you out with them. So to draw the diagram, you have to draw the cross first, which I've shown you there. And if it says how far west, I'm measuring a horizontal line because this is the east-west line. I think I've got them. East-west line. And if it says how far north, I think I had them right the first time. If I have a look at north, I'm measuring the vertical line. So north is vertical, east-west is horizontal. That'll make more sense when I have a look at the diagram. A speedboat travels on a steady course of a bearing of 210 from P to Q. So P is the orange and Q is out here. So this bearing's 210. So if this is 180, that makes this angle here 30. If Q is 80 further west than P, 80 here, because this is the east-west line. How far has the boat travelled? So I've got to find this here. Don't forget this is a right angle. So all I've got going on is this. 80, x, 30. I've got opposite, I've got hypotenuse, so I'm going to use sine. Theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine 30 is 80 on x. Remember when the denominator's down the bottom, I do the switcheroo. So x is 80 on sine 30. And I'll put that in my calculator. 80 on sine 30. And I get 160. So it's 160 kilometres that it's travelled. Let's have a look at the next one. A lighthouse is 150 kilometres due north of a ship. Sorry, 500 it was. So there's that bit there's 500. If a ship sails on a course of a bearing of 333, all the way around here is 333. I'm more interested in this little angle in here, so I'm going to do 360 minus 333 because 360 is the whole circle. And I get that this little angle in here is 27. How far west is it? So remember, this is my east-west line and this is what I'm trying to find. It's always 90 degrees. So I've got this question. 500, right angle, x, 27. I've got the opposite and the adjacent, so it's tan. Theta is opposite over adjacent. Tan 27 is x on 500. Remember, when the unknown is on the numerator, we multiply. And we'll put that in our calculator. 500 times tan 27. And I'll get 255. 255 kilometres. Okay, let's have a look at one without a diagram to start us with. Mary walks from base camp in a northwesterly direction, so that's out here at 45 degrees, for 6 kilometres until he, so that should be a she, is 4.3 north. 4.3 north. What is the bearing? What bearing is Mary from base camp? Oh, we didn't even need to do that. Oh, a northwesterly direction. Sorry. They're telling us that it's a northwesterly, not northwest. So I can't write that that's 45. But I do need to find that angle. So if I go, I've got adjacent and hypotenuse. So it's cos is adjacent on hypotenuse. Cos theta is 4.3 on 6. because I'm finding a angle, I've got to use the second function, cos 4.3 on 6. And I get 44 degrees. So theta is 44 degrees. I haven't finished my question because I want to know what bearing it is. So back to the first bearing questions we did. If this is 44, how far have I turned from north? So the bearing is 360 minus 44, which is 316 degrees true north. All right, they're quite complex, those, and till you get used to them, definitely a diagram will be provided.